Welcome to Comic Book Overview, where everyone can come and indulge in all things comic related, whether it be movies, TV shows, cartoons, video games, or just comics themselves. If you love comic books, then show it by hitting that subscribe button to help this precious media that we all love thrive and flourish. February 14, 1929. 7 members and associates of Chicago's North Side gangs were gathered at a Lincoln Park garage where they were lined up against the wall and were shot dead by 4 unknown assailants who were dressed up like policemen. What the papers don't say, according to Savage Wolverine issue 20 released in June of 2014, is that there were really 8 men that were mowed down that day. But of course, the other 7 didn't have a healing factor that could bring them back from the dead. This issue is a pivotal moment in old Knucklehead's life. It marks the first woman in a long stream of them to be murdered by his arch nemesis, Sabretooth. This issue also marks Logan's historic, though macabre, meeting with Chicago's most notorious and infamous gangster, Scarface, aka Al Capone. But as usual, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's begin the story 3 days before the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929. A Chrysler Model B70 is kicking up dust in the middle of nowhere. Its occupants, a woman by the name of Molly, with a Coachie hat, and its driver, no other than Logan himself. The two are headed to Chicago, hauling illegal hooch over state lines, when they are suddenly halted at a road stop ordered by no other than Al Capone himself. It seems that Logan is working for the competing gangster by the name of Bugs Moraine, and Al has hired Chi-Town's finest to relieve him of his burden. But Logan is anything but persuaded, taking these dirty cops out with brutal efficiency. But not even Logan is against a little help from Lady Luck. When Logan eventually gets to the Windy City, he is seen celebrating in the only way he knows how. But the evening doesn't end well. Molly is brutally murdered, and it has Capone's stench all over it. But it wasn't him, but Sabretooth who did the deed. Creed orchestrated the whole Valentine's Day massacre to lure Logan in, to introduce him again to Logan in the most impressionable manner possible. He did not want Logan dead, though. Quite the opposite, in fact. He wants to groom Logan, take him under his wing. He feels as though, being like himself, Logan should be ruling Chi-Town instead of letting others take the credit. For years, they have existed, but were afraid of showing themselves to society, always working in the background, doing all the work while others took all the credit. If Logan joined him, they could run this city, but we all know how that arrangement went. It was kind of jarring to see Victor Creed in the suit. At first, I didn't even recognize him. It was only because of his mannerisms that I knew it was him. I am used to a feral Sabretooth, one with a huge mane of fur around his neck and savagely brutal. Not one poised and restrained, methodical and calculating. Needless to say, Wolverine did not get his revenge for Molly, and at this point in his life, he had no idea the horror that this one man would wreak on him in the future, and that Molly would be but the first in a long line of dead lovers. Well, there you go. I give this issue a ranking of 3.5 out of 5. A very good read. Please visit my YouTube channel for other videos like this one. Tap that bell icon before you go. And oh yes, until next time, keep reading, my friends.